This is Recommend Jam Man is with Natalie from Newton Boom. So how you doing, girl?
I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Good, just enjoying life.
Yeah, love it.
How's life treating you?
Very well.
So for those who are watching and not familiar with you, can you tell me all about yourself?
Sure, I am a model, I'm an actress, and I am a rock singer.
So what is it like being YRF,
YRF. What does that mean?
young, rich, and famous?
I don't know about famous or rich, but I am young, so I would say it's pretty fun.
When did you start modeling?
When I was 16.
Did you always want to model when you were younger?
Um, Pretty much, yeah. It was already in my family, so I kind of followed in their footsteps. But yeah, I remember being like 11 and 12 and like putting a green screen up in my room and trying to be a model.
Did you catch your reflection in a spoon while eating cereal and think, wow, you're ridiculously good looking. Maybe I could do that for a career.
No, but I was freakishly tall, and I would go to malls and people would be like, "You should be a model. You're so tall." So that's how I knew maybe this could be a thing.
Now let's see if you truly are a model. Show me blue steel.
Is that how he does it?
I gotta hit you with that. I can't do it. I can't do that. Let me try. Let me try real quick.
Yes, that's it. That's Blue Steel.
So, what made you want to go from a model to a rock star?
Well, honestly, I've always wanted to do music even before I was a model. I just didn't know it was going to be rock. And then when I was about 13, I got really into metal and rock specifically. And that's when I was like, I gotta do this. It's just built into my soul, you know?
So, did you always have a good vocal voice, you think?
Yeah, I think so. I remember I was like on the playground and I would just sing, and people would be like, "Oh, it's pretty good." And I was like, "Oh, really? Cool." All right.
So, would you just start singing randomly? You would just be like, I want to go to the moon.
No, I would go up to random friends of mine and be like, "Hey, can you tell me if I sound good?" And I would just break out in song and they'd be like, "Yeah." And then sometimes I would have friends that'd be like, "No. No, you don't sound good."
What made you choose Rocket Queen for your first single?
Well, it was my second, but I chose that one out of all of them because I feel like it's the one song out of Guns N' Roses that you can really dance to. It's still rock and roll, but it gets everyone moving. You know what I mean? And it got me moving. It was just an infectious song. So I chose that one and I felt like I could really do justice in terms of like vocals versus the other songs like Sweet Child of Mine. I was like, nah, I'm not even gonna try.
How did you turn that song into your own thing?
It took me a while, actually. I was talking to the producer for a minute and I was like, how can we make this fresh? How can we make this new? Because, there's a million Guns N' Roses covers on the internet and we got to make this something different, something people haven't heard before. So we started off with a track, simplifying the drums, possibly adding synths, and then he sent me the track and I was like, oh, yes, this is it. I just kept listening to the instrumental and I would sing and I would be like, oh, can't sound like Axel. So I would lower my register and I would try to sing high. I was like, no. So I stuck with the low sound and it works pretty well.
Now I know there was an early version with lots of moans. Is that right?
Yes. Yeah.
Can I hear some of those moans right now?
What?
Can I hear some of those moans right now?
Um, Let me think.
Okay.
Well, There was three different moans happening at the same time. So I would do the low moans, and then my other friend would do like the mid moans, and then my other friend would go really high. But my friend with the really high moans kind of took over the show, and it sounded really goofy. It sounded like satire, you know? She'd be like, ah, you know? So that's kind of what you would imagine it would sound like.
I have to say that video was pretty awesome. I can't stop watching it.
Thank you.
I read your bio and it says multiple times you are queer. What is the difference between a queer and a lesbian?
Queer means that you fall under the umbrella. So I'm queer, meaning I'm bisexual. And so I like both men and women. So that's under the category, right, of LGBT. But lesbian is you strictly like women. That's your preference. So I'm pretty open. I would say I'm even more pansexual because I can fall in love with anybody. If you're attracted to someone, you're attracted to someone.
But you do got a point. Love is love.
Yes, love is love.
So after the single, are there more covers or to do to like plan on something original stuff? Like some original stuff?
Yes, so next is going to be the original stuff. Eventually, I want to do a cover of Dr. Feelgood by Motley Crue, but that'll probably be, more into the future.
Do you think they'll ever play your music when you walk down the catwalk?
I'm hoping I was actually talking to a producer and we were thinking about making a rock song, but specifically for a runway. So that'll be an interesting process.
When do you think your next single is coming out?
Ooh, I would say maybe in a couple months, maybe 2 to 3 months.
Okay, ever think of doing stuff with your uncle Steve Aoki?
Yes, eventually. He wants me to make it by myself first, and then he's gonna collaborate with me. At least that's the plan.
I love that song so much that he made. Like he's a good remixer. Like, do you
Mhm.
get a lot of fame for that at all because of him? Do you get any fame of that? Like knowing that you're his like niece?
Um, I did in the beginning. I would say basically what helped me break into the high fashion world was being related to him in a few ways, not always. Also, Devin, she was a supermodel in the 90s. And then after that, I kind of had to make it on my own. And that was interesting as well. But I wouldn't say the genres are so different, EDM and rock, that most people don't care or know that I'm related to him in any way.
So your great uncle owned Benny, right?
Yes, my grandfather, my mom's dad, was the founder of Benihana. Yes.
Do you get to eat there for free?
Not anymore.
What happened?
Some crazy family trust fund stuff that I don't really know too much about, but we don't really get there for free. Probably like a discount, but that's it.
Do you get sad about that sometimes?
Yeah, but we're working on it. I'm very lucky that, my uncle, the other uncle, not Steve, Kevin, he owns a bunch of restaurants, so we get to eat there for free. And he took over one Benihana location, and it's now called Aoki Teppanyaki. So it's kind of like the same thing with a different name.
Do you plan on going on tour?
Eventually, I'm not really focused too much on shows right now as much as I am getting this album done.
What do you think about ticket prices getting super high for a lot of bands?
I think it's sad because I think that music should be available for everyone. And, I feel like the more people, the better at a show. I want as much fans as I can at a show. And so the prices make it really hard for that to happen.
Yeah, because you can lose some fans because some people don't have that money on them, like right on them.
Right, exactly. I think that it's about having a good time and no one should put too high of a price on that.
I wanted to see Pantera this year, and they're charging like $300 a ticket, and that ain't even for the best seats. Lawn tickets are like 100. Who wants to be out there? Like that's
Wow, Pantera must need some money right now because that is insane.
that's expensive. Like
During these times, come on.
man, like you know how it be. You gotta pay $8 for a dozen of eggs. Don't play with me. Come on.
Mm-mm.
Have you ever played a show?
Technically, I did a metal EP years ago. So a couple years ago, there was like a event at my school, like a lockdown event, and they were doing like a talent show or something. And I went on stage and I performed my song, and it was really interesting because it was 2 in the morning and nobody there liked metal music. And so I was just singing my metal song and jumping off stage, and everyone was like, "Whoa, what is going on? I'm half asleep." So that was the last time I performed.
Was everybody looking at you like insane,
Yes.
like that? Like
Some people were like, "Whoa," and then other people were like, "This is kind of badass." I had some people come up to me after and be like, "I like your song." So that was good.
did you get booed off stage or did you or
No,
was it
I did not. I got to finish the song and I definitely got some applause, which is very much appreciated.
now you toured as a model though, right?
I toured as a model? Yes, I have toured as a model. In fact, I'm on tour right now. I'm in New York and then I'm heading to London right after.
Are you heading anywhere after London?
Probably home to Vegas. And then me and my agent, we're talking about possibly going to Australia or Italy in the future.
What is life like on the road for you?
Oh, I love it. I definitely get homesick for sure. But I love it. It always inspires me. And whenever I'm stuck writing a song, I write my best songs in the hotel room for some reason. I think it's because it's a new environment. So when I travel, that's when I get my best work.
What's the best venue you've ever played?
Hmm. Probably the one I just said, my old high school. That was an interesting one. The stage was pretty big, and then I had projectors projecting like my visuals for that song, so that was really fun. And usually you go to like a little bar and they barely have any room, not even for the drum kit. So I was grateful for all the space.
And what's the worst?
Probably a living room.
What's on your rider?
Hmm?
What's on your rider? Like your what do you have? Like what do you want to eat?
What do I want to eat? Hmm. I love pho.
Pho?
Yeah, do you like pho?
Tell me what pho is. I might know what you're talking about.
Pho is Vietnamese noodle soup.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
love it.
I love miso soup though. I like miso soup a lot though.
Yeah, miso soup is great.
Do you have a ritual before you go on stage?
A ritual. Honestly, I like to, since there's like a lot of nerves, I try not to listen to anything before I perform. So I don't listen to any music, turn off my phone, just so I could be present. I think that's very important.
So do you kind of like meditate? Do you go in like a meditating kind of form?
Kind of. I don't like sit down and do this, but I'll try to clear my head before and try not to have a lot going on in my head, basically.
So you kind of like cut yourself like off the world for a second, like the internet and stuff, and just like
Yeah, I try to simplify, not have too much going on.
ease your.
Yes.
Ever have a crazy interaction with a fan?
Um, no, not yet. I've just had, I went to Victoria's Secret once and the girl who was I guess getting me my dressing room was like, "Oh, you're Natalie, right?" And I was like, "Huh?" And she's like, "Yeah, I follow you on Instagram." And I've had it where I went to get a massage, and the lady's like, "Sign my index card." I was like, "Okay." And we took a photo, so that was really nice. So far, really good interactions.
What is your favorite memory from playing a show?
Hmm. Probably jumping off stage and seeing people be like, "Whoa." And like going up to people and singing in their faces is pretty fun.
That would have been. Did anybody try to like get out of my face, please? Like,
No, no, but it was kind of cool because I was walking through the crowd and just singing at people and people looking at me like, huh? I think they were just more shocked than anything, so they couldn't really respond.
so did you interact with the crowd a lot?
I try to. I think a really good performer knows how to perform, right? Express, play the song, but also interact with the audience and play off their energy too.
What is your worst memory from playing a show?
Hmm. Probably, I don't think I have one. I think all of it's been pretty good.
What do you do on your downtime for fun?
Um, I watch a lot of Rick and Morty with my dad. Me and
Ah, I
my dad
love
love
that
to watch
show.
Archer. Yeah, Archer's great. We love watching TV together. And just doing my music, that takes up a lot of time too. So I would say that's it.
As a Rick and Morty fan, I am very hurt because of what happened with Rick.
Yes, I am very sad too. I'm hoping that someone will come in and replace him and do him justice.
But he also has to replace Morty. He was like the voice for two of them.
Yeah, I'm sure there's some good impressionists out there. I just hope that Dan Harmon can carry all the writing and stuff.
Yeah. Man, so what even happened? He just got like abuse charge or something?
Think he had pedophilia charges, abuse charges, and some other stuff, but he's being put away for a while, is what I'm hearing, or at least that's what they're saying.
Yeah, and then everybody fired him as soon as he got the
Yeah, as expected.
Yeah. How do my followers follow you?
You can find me on Instagram at Natalie Nootenboom, and it's all the same word. And I don't really use TikTok, so I wouldn't even bother. And then you can also follow me on YouTube at Natalie Nootenboom as well.
Do you have any cool merch?
No, but I am planning on it. I'm cooking some ideas. We'll see. Yes.
Fun question time. You're on death row and it's time for a final meal. What's on the menu?
Great question. Probably, probably pho. I
A lot
love
of
pho.
pho?
Love pho.
Like a big bowl of pho or like multiple bowls of pho?
Probably two bowls of pho. Yeah.
So death row and time is over. How are you going now?
You mean like what's my preferred death
Yeah,
method?
like execution.
Probably lethal injection, although it sounds painless, but it probably isn't. Let's just hope that it is painless if I choose that method because I don't want to be shocked.
Oh my god, that like it's the grossest and like their eyeballs pop out like ugh.
Or being hung, that would suck.
Yeah. So if you had any superpower, what would you choose?
Hmm. Change people's minds.
Change people's minds?
Yeah, change people's minds.
Let's say you could choose any song ever written by any band and you can change that song where you were the one who wrote it and it was your song. What song would it be and why?
Probably Judas by Lady Gaga. I wish I wrote that song. It's just genius in every way. I would say she's my idol, and I don't know. I mean, I wouldn't want to do it because she did it so much justice, but I would definitely love to perform it one day.
Would you make it in a metal tone or would you try to put it in an original tone?
Definitely a harder tone. In fact, that was one of the songs I was thinking about covering and doing rock. Um, but I decided I have to work on my original stuff or else it's never gonna happen.
Well, thank you for being on my show. It's been a pleasure speaking with you, and I would love to see you again at the backstage on one of your shows. Keep
Thank you
rocking.
so much. Keep rocking.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure speaking with you. Have a nice night.
As well.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.